Joe, Phantomaniacs, and welcome to the newest unboxing brought to you by Audible Interlude, a G.I. Joe podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts, and here every other Monday. Today we are taking a look at the Tiger Force version of David L. Bazooka Katzenbogen. This is a Target exclusive. I actually found it in store, and I think that this is the first G.I. Joe classified figure that I have bought in store since May of 2021 when I bought Flint and Lady J. I do not think I have purchased any other classified figures in store since then. I've got really cool looking artwork. You've got a big beefy bazooka just jumping out of the sky and blasting something on the ground. And then on the side, just kind of an action pose. I appreciate the fact that they didn't go with him like falling on his face, even though that's an iconic moment. I do like that he appears to have a little more competence in the classified mythos. Box looks great. Back of the box, we've got the cool Tiger Force kind of jungle theme going on here. And check out GIJoe.com if you want the definition of all of his specialties. Let's go ahead and get to the figure. I have ended up loving these Tiger Force figures. When I was a kid, or not even when I was a kid, because Tiger Force and Python Patrol came after I had stopped collecting G.I. Joe. But I just never thought that much of them. But now they look so great. The colors are so great. They're interesting. They look great on the shelf. They pop. I really have come to love these Tiger Force decos. And I'll still get the regular version of Bazooka. And I'm just going to I have recently redone my Joe section, or my classified section. So now Python Patrol and Tiger Force are going to have their own shelf, so that I can keep them out and displayed along with the regular figures. Man, Bazooka's Bazooka is cool. Okay, let's put all of those accessories to the side, because first we want to take a look at the man himself with that big, thick flash hanging off. There we go. That big, thick mustache, big, thick arms. He is a beefy dude, you know, with that jersey, physique-wise, almost a little John Cena looking. He's got the different articulation here rather than that standard crunch. He's got this a joint that I prefer, although it does mess the alignment of his numbers up. But the only solution there would have been to do kind of Super 7 style, a soft plastic covering over his torso. And I mean, that might have actually looked really good, but we haven't seen Hasbro do anything like that with the classified series yet. So I tell you, my biggest problem is one of the coolest things about classified series is the articulation. And initially they all had that pivot right here that the peg was attached to, and now they've gotten rid of that, and I really don't like that. It has limited the articulation, the posability, in a way that I hate it, because that neck joint was so... Well, here, I can show you right now, because we have our 00 Snake Eyes. Look at that. I mean, that's fantastic. So I really don't like that they got rid of that disc peg system. It's a downgrade, and we don't ever want our figures downgraded. All right, so this is 00 Snake Eyes, kind of my standard for 1/12 scale. You can see Bazooka's a little bit taller than he is, definitely bulkier than he is. And I love that they're working those kinds of aesthetics into the line, those differences. Articulation-wise, you can see his sleeves are right up here at the top. So you get kind of a weird look that way. Not too bad. It doesn't mess up the profile too badly. Double jointed elbows. And of course, those sometimes take a little bit of work to get all of the motion out of them that you want. Do appreciate his belt buckle is painted. The belt's that cool double hole belt. I don't know if there's a term for that, but it's something different and unique. I've got the drop down pegs in the hips. Going to be careful with those after actually witnessing the stress show up on the bat. I think the bat was the one where I did this movement and immediately got stress on that peg. So I would recommend you heat these up, which I hate to say, but better safe than sorry. Heat these up a little bit before you can do this motion plenty, but before you do the forward and back, like before you put him in a sitting position, I would heat this guy up just to loosen that plastic up some. Double jointed knees. I really love the yellow and green camo look. Again, it's something different and interesting, and it pops on the shelf. Along with that orange, white, and blue jersey, which is obviously different from Bazooka's standard red, white, and blue. And these armbands are actually sculpted on. They're not separate pieces, as I kind of thought they would be. That's interesting. Or wristbands. And then the waist joint, great waist joint. It's a ball joint. It is not a cut joint. Looks great. And this right here, what I'm doing, do this with your figures. Don't go straight to, always just trying to get the joints to do everything you want them to do. Kind of wiggle them around a little bit, get them loosened up. Especially this time of year, a lot of places it's very cold outside, and the plastic can get a little brittle. So, carefully work these things around before you just try to get them in the most extreme positions possible. It's unfortunate we got to do that, but, if you don't want to break your toys, do it. Portrait is fantastic. That a lot of people have said he looks like Freddie Mercury. I can see that. But he's got that little chin going on. Looks great. I like the gloss on the eyebrows and the mustache. A little bit different from the hair. Gives them a little more definition. Boots look good. Just big, thick, mud-stomping boots. So let's take a look now at his accessories. You've got a helmet that is in sort of a reddish orange. Great looking sculpt. I appreciate the brown going around the top, and then also it's got the straps hanging down. Looks good. And let's see the fit. Oh man, clips. It actually clips into place. If you can see, it's sculpted to interact with his hair. So when you put the helmet on, it actually sits exactly how it's supposed to. Great engineering right there. That number is going to drive me crazy, not being lined up all the time. It almost, they said they went with this joint because of the deco on his chest, but I feel like it almost would have made more sense to have the regular joint, as much as I don't like that ab crunch joint that these usually have. I mean, wouldn't it have made more sense to only have one type of variation where the number wouldn't line up, like doing that, rather than doing that? I don't know. Okay. Bazooka wouldn't be anything without his bazooka. Nice paint right here on the padding on the side, also on the strap. Strap feels a little rigid. You might want to be careful with that. Love the offset handle here. This is very, very cool. And I wonder how easy it's going to be to get him Oh, look, he's got his pivot goes the correct way to interact with a bazooka. The hand interacts perfectly with the trigger guard, as is the case with pretty much all of the Classified series releases. And we want to get that hand up there. Look at that. And he can even kind of use the sight on it. Man, that's pretty killer. I like that. All right, he comes with the projectiles. You can go right in there. I wouldn't push him in too far. Oh, wait. Nope, that's as far as it goes in. So you'll always have that part sticking out of the front. And, well, let's take a closer look at the sculpt. No paint on these, and I'm fine with that because I feel like this is pretty legit, like what they would look like. Why would you bother painting these? They're just going to blow up Cobra stuff. So it looks really good. It comes with 4 total. And those get stored in his backpack. I didn't bring my Bazooka figure in here for comparison, but I don't think it's necessary because it's all like, this is, well, first of all, mine's not a Tiger Force Bazooka. I think everything looks like really like it's supposed to look. I don't feel the need to compare like I sometimes do, but you know what? I guess I'll go grab that guy anyway. All right, let's finish loading those up. And these all slot perfectly into place. Like, you can see the tops go into the slots right there. Looks great. I love the rivets on the back here. That's interesting. Just a nice texture to add something to this. And I also like how, oh, look at that. You can actually store the Bazooka in these clips on the bottom here. I really like this pose I've got him in, so I don't want to mess with it too much. But you can see that's going to slide right into place there. Those clips are pliable enough that they'll go around that handle on the Bazooka. That's really cool. That's a nice touch. Because normally, oh, well, let's see. So this pegs into his back very nicely, nice and tight and secure. You may be wondering, Bazooka, how is that backpack staying on? There are no straps. And I can't decide how much I care about that. I know a lot of people are figuring out different methods. Like I saw one guy online that was using Outback, the Outback shoulder rig on here. And if you want to buy a whole extra figure just to make sure Bazooka's got straps, then and more power to you. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I'm just going to be fine with him looking like this because that's how the original figure works. Magical floating backpack. As you can see, just a little update, but great design. Helmet, very, very similar. I mean, almost exact, aside from the straps hanging down. He's got the jersey with the 14. The boots. I mean, when we get Classified Bazooka, he is going to be pretty amazing as far as a modern 6-inch scale recreation. It's not a one-up because that's not accurate, but a great modernization of this original figure. Look at the veins on his forearms there. Just wonderful sculpting. This is an awesome figure. I love these colors. I can't wait to get the regular one as well. But like I said, I'm going to have a separate shelf for Tiger Force. Like that's in Python Patrol. That's just what I've decided because they look so great. You guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Stay tuned for tons and tons more toy reviews coming very soon. And as always, yo, Joe. Oh, you know what? Making that rocket noise makes me realize I forgot one thing. So if you have parts there is a hole right there. And you can get a blast effect. This one may not work. It may be too big. I may not have... Oh, my other blast effects are in the other room. But the blast effects from other lines will fit into that peg hole, so you can have some exhaust going on the bazooka when you fire. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, you guys. Yo, Joe.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.